it's Pamela from Yorkshire in the north of England. I realised when I'd been on the other day I forgot to tell you what yarns I use for my elf and Santa Claus. Not surprisingly, I used a lot of Sirdar Happy Cotton. This one, the red, is Sirdar Happy Cotton in double knitting in Lippy, Shower, and the black is Licorice. The face is Sirdar Stories in Glamping, and the green is the Knitcraft yarn from Hobbycraft in the dark green, which is the mix of cotton and acrylic. I use 6mm eyes and the 2.75mm hook. This one's the same for the eyes and the hook. The red, because I was running out of the Lippy, is in James C. Brett's 100% pure cotton in red, and the white is the Sirdar Happy Cotton in Shower. The black is Sirdar Happy Cotton in Licorice, and the little pom-pom was one of those I got from the works. So I think that's it for all the bits on those. Oh, of course the face is in Sirdar Stories Glamping. I'm on with the mouse. I wouldn't normally show you this till I've finished it, but I've nothing else finished. So the mouse part is finished. If you remember when I went to Black Sheep Wools, I bought this pattern from Wee Woolly Wonderfuls and Milo and Molly Mice. I don't know if I'm going to do the girl and the boy. I'm doing the girl at the moment. I've finished the mouse. Sorry, I've done a cheat's tail, so it's a bit long. But yeah, I'm doing the girl because I'm making the dress basically for her. It's an odd shape for the body, but I think that's probably because you do put clothing on them. Anyway, it feels really nice. I'll tell you what I use basically when I've finished it all together, but basically it's Sirdar Happy Cotton in Shower for the body, and the little pink bits are the Stylecraft Naturals Bamboo and Cotton mix. I don't have a colour for it anyway, but yes, she's looking, I think she's looking cute. Not my favourite way to put the heads on the bodies. I prefer to have them going round like that rather than front to back, but I think when it's closed I think it'll look absolutely fine. So the dress is nearly there. So I've done the I've just got 2 rows I think to do at the bottom, and then it'll be finished, and some straps, and then I think that'll look okay. So she's going to be another Sfield Town mouse basically, but I'll show you it all when it's finished. Now after this I'm going on to do, I did a vlog when I went to a local garden centre this morning. There's about 20 minutes where I'm driving. Now please don't watch it. If you're not interested, don't watch it, but I'm just chattering away while I'm driving through to the garden centre. So like I say, but if you do watch it, tell me what you think to the vlogging that I'm doing. Tell me if you think it's any use. If it isn't, I won't bother with it again. But I just wanted to like show you, well, just chat really while I'm driving to where we were going, and you get to see a bit of my local area really. So but yeah, that's about it. So but like I say, if you don't watch it, please don't. I've just heard Shirley mowing. I've left the door open because I thought she might come in, but she's not having it. She's heard me talking and she's probably suspicious now. So anyway, like I say, that follows on from this. Hope it's okay for you. I've put on a picture of the it's called Bakewell tart that I had, but I don't think they are Bakewell tarts. I think Bakewell tarts got icing on. The one I had I would always call an almond slice, but like I say, we have different sort of opinions on these things. Anyway, it was absolutely delicious. I had a waffle for my brunch. I have to apologise because I forgot to take a picture before I started eating it, so some of it has actually disappeared. But yeah, it was a jolly good brunch that I had with my friends. So anyway, speak later. Bye. Hi there, it's Pamela. I'm from Yorkshire in the north of England. I'm just going to meet two friends for brunch at a local garden centre. I've just stopped off at the supermarket to go to the hole in the wall. So I'm going to go. Now I'm going to put it on video. Now it could be too bright with the sun being so low, so I may not put the video out. Or if I do put it out, I'm sorry if it bothers you in parts. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. This is a bit of an experiment to try my new phone holder for the car, and also like I said, to do a little bit of vlogmas. So I'm going to turn you around in a moment when I get moving, and I will I'll speak if I can. I won't do anything that's not safe, obviously. So that's that for the moment. I'll turn you round now. Like I say, the sun could be very low and it could be very irritating. Could have gone to the petrol station for some cash out, but I thought, oh, I'll go to one of the supermarkets. Is somebody going to let me? Oh, do you know, this is trouble with these three-way roundabouts. Nobody knows who to send first. Right, you might get me complaining about traffic quite a bit because I am being known to get Tourette's when I'm driving. So I'll try not to swear, but there are some very irritating people about. It's not a bad journey, this. We start off by going through a couple of villages, and then we'll head off into a bit of countryside where the garden centre is. Now the garden centre I'm going to today is the Cannon Hall Garden Centre. Now the Cannon Hall, the actual place, is a local sort of stately home type thing that is it's owned by the council now, and you can go in, they have exhibitions and what have you. A really good place to go. I think it's popular with the schools for to see school children. Then they've also got the farm, which is just above the house. Now that, if you watch any of the things that's to do with the farm on television, like they have a winter at the farm and things like that, it's run by two brothers, and Ellen Skelton is one of the presenters, who used to be on Blue Peter. That is where it's filmed. It's Cannon Hall Farm. Nice place. It's got loads of parkland as well. There's some good walks around there, which I've done many a time. Today though, like I said, just going to the garden centre today for a bit of brunch. I'm really hungry. I haven't had anything to eat at all. I thought I'll prepare myself for a big brunch, but I must admit I'm really peckish now. Hoping it's not going to be too busy. You never know around this time of year. Lots of people meeting up. The phone holder's going okay so far anyway. I've got one of those magnetic ones, so the gubbins at the back doesn't interfere with what I'm filming. Been watching a couple of YouTube videos this morning. I watched my friend Caroline from Caroline for the Love of Crochet, and Ellen Ketteridge, who played some lovely music, which I was watching while I was still in bed and singing carols along to it. And I'm tone deaf as well, so my singing is not the best. Anything exciting on the book? Station I could have called at instead of going all that way round to go to the supermarket. You know, if I'd relied on that one, there wouldn't have been any cash in the machine, so probably for the best that I went to one first and then I gave myself some options. Nice for me today. My friends are coming over my way instead of me going back up to West Yorkshire. It's a funny day yesterday. We left church. Sorry about my nose, I'm a bit bummed up today. We left church yesterday, rung Brian's home, which we normally do, to tell them we were on our way, and we give them an estimate of how long we're going to be. So we told them, you know, it'll be about an hour before we get there. He'd gone out. He'd gone out for lunch with one of his carers. Anyway, we said, we don't know what he's playing at, because we told him we were coming for lunch yesterday, sorry. Anyway, they were like most apologetic and what have you, and then when he got back he said he'd forgotten. Well, I don't believe that, because Brian has got a memory like an elephant for things that involve himself. So it's just a case of he fancied having a pub lunch and thought he'd just you know, like then get us to go and take him for a coffee, but we needed to go somewhere for his lunch. So, and plus as well, we couldn't be waiting around for him to come back, so we said, oh, we'll leave it for a bit. Nick might be off on Wednesday, so we might go down on Wednesday. But I mean, what do you think of that? They're supposed to leave weekends free for us anyway, but I don't know. That's Brian. He only thinks about number one. I'm afraid it's something they do. You know, as well as having learning difficulties, because he was starved of oxygen when he was born, he's also bipolar, so he has massive ups and downs. We also think if he'd have been born these days, they'd have probably diagnosed him as autistic. So you know, pitfalls are manifold, unfortunately, and that's just the way it is. I mean, the sun's very bright today. I don't like driving in winter sun, it's too low. I do like to go out as well. So if you're to do one, you've got to do the other. I'll try not to do what other people do to me and not give way to me. Outskirts of my Barnsley so far. It's part old stone buildings, part modern, like all towns really, I suppose. This used to be one of my options for getting to work, but I would peel off before I, you know, I'm carrying on today to elsewhere, but yeah, it's one of the many routes I could do. This is supposed to be a nice pub for eating in front, but we've never actually made it to this one yet. We've got lots of favourites. There's another one close by here, which is another favourite, but we've never got to that one. Just on the left there, this modern building, just on the left, that's where our deacon lives from church. Yeah, I didn't think he'd wait for me. On the right there's another of our favourite eateries. You might not be able to see it on that view. I think I need to tinker with the position a bit. It's easier to move around though than the one that I had. It's a shame because I liked that phone holder, it was nice and steady, but I just couldn't get a nice shot to do vlogging with. Well, that's if you want to carry on seeing a bit of vlogging. I mean, I'm open to suggestions. Can't just see it on sign there, but there is a brown sign which is like for a museum, which is kind of now. Up this area, Carthorne, every 2 years they do open gardens. So certain houses in the village, like you wander around their gardens, it's absolutely beautiful. I've just been on 2 occasions, but it's definitely worth a visit if you happen to be free the weekend they do it. And there's lots of places like the Methodist Chapel put on tea and coffee and cakes, and there's like a little museum there, and it's all lovely. Yeah, so hoping to do that next time they do it. I think they did it this year gone, so I think it'll be 2025 when they do it again. But yeah, it's a lovely thing. I think they do it all over the country, these open gardens. Very, very beautiful. So you're in a little bit of countryside now. how they work it, but I've heard tell they do. Somebody was going to overtake me. They don't like that speed I'm going at. Just before you come to the brow of the hill, you idiot. Things. See, people think Barnsley's a rough place and quite common. It isn't. It's got as many nice places as anywhere else. Go down bottom end, I think we will. Go get some parking sorted. Oh, look at here. It's absolutely beautiful. When Nick's dad was, you know, he had Alzheimer's, and to give his stepmum a little bit of a break, I used to bring him to places like this for you know, a little walk. He used to like to feed the ducks, and you can buy little packets of duck and swan food in the garden centre, and then we used to go back and have a coffee and a cake. Anyway, I'm just going to put you on hold while I just go and get some parking sorted. This is a little bit that you get down at the bottom end with the ducks and everything. Little walk, and go quite a way if you want.